What's going on, America? This is Kevin from Kevin's Corner, out here again with my dogs. People across the street cutting their grass. I don't think my dogs like it, especially Sammy, the dog of color. He's suspicious of everybody because he feels like he's been oppressed and that there's some boogeyman out there trying to get him in every turn. He's suspicious of the man, but not the white dog of color. He just feels he can do whatever. He can walk around, say what he want, do what he want, because, you know, he already has an advantage just being born as a white dog versus the dog of color, of course. Anyway, before I get into today's video, I want to give a shout out to Extreme Tees. They sent me this shirt, y'all. I put this one on. I was like, oh, shoot. I'm feeling good. It's making me feel like I can get back into my chi. See my form? Yeah. I'm feeling real fluid because the shirt feels good on me. So check them out. The link will be in the bottom for Extreme Tees. Anyway, let's get into the video today before they start cutting grass again across the street, as if they don't know that it's my day to make a video. Anyway, somebody from the White House apparently has wrote an op-ed about what's going on in the White House. This is nothing new to us. We hear this all the time. All people are doing right now, including the liberal media and the man over there running his machine, cutting grass loud and stuff, all they're doing is they're recycling talking points. That's it. All they're doing is coming up with the same stuff. I saw it on the media. He's unhinged. We hear that all the time. He's rude in the White House. The president's losing his mind. We need to invoke the 25th Amendment. That's what we need to do. Yeah, it's either that or it's going to be Russia. You know, they just go through them. Every couple months, they're like, you know what? We done hit them with that for like 3 months. Let's switch it up. Let's go back to Stormy Daniels. How about that? Let's run that for about 3 months. Then we got to throw in words like constitutional crisis. Everything, according to them, is a constitutional crisis. If everything's a constitutional crisis, then nothing is a constitutional crisis. But everything, according to them, is constitutional crisis. And then, of course, the White House is in chaos. Now, that's funny because, see, I don't recall chaos looking like I'm seeing what's going on in the White House. First things first, whoever the so-called mole is or person in the White House who's simply protecting our way of life and our democracy, shame on you. I hope they sniff you out and drag you out by your big toe and throw you out on the street, because what you are is an in-house mole and traitor. All right, how dare you work for the White House and being there undermining their agenda? And see, this is how you know it's garbage. If your job in there, as you say, is to, first of all, protect all the American citizens, we're the resistance on the inside, and I'm supposed to be this high level, you know, White House employee, then why would you go out and you tell everybody that we're in there and cause the White House to start snooping around looking for you? That's dumb. That's like a spy said, hey, I'm going to write a big letter and put it in the news and say, don't worry about me. I'm a spy in Russia and I'm looking out for America's interests. Now, guess what that's going to do? It's going to make all the Russians start walking around looking, saying, who is this spy? That's what they're going to do. So for whoever, quote unquote, wrote this thing, that's the dumbest thing you could ever do. Real spies, real people in there fighting and on the undercover, they don't announce that. Yeah, I'm undercover with the mob, so I'm going to go ahead and write the New York Times. Don't worry, I'm undercover here with the Gambino family, and what I'm trying to do is look out for people and make sure nobody gets hurt and take down their whole criminal operation. That's what I'm doing. Guess what they would do? They would start looking around at everybody suspiciously and probably find out who the spy is. So that would be the dumbest thing you can do. So I know it's fake. So what I think because this other journalist is about to come out with a book that everybody already is saying that's not true. We didn't say that. You know, to give it some more validity, somebody done wrote this letter, sent it to the New York Times, and of course, you know, it's anonymous. It's anonymous. I mean, I can't tell who I am or any of the people. I can't mention nothing, okay? But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to write this thing so y'all can all try to figure out who it really is. But I can't tell you who I am. Just so happened, what I'm saying is a recycled talking point to everybody who came out with a negative book about Donald Trump. From the guy back in the day, I forget his name, he wrote some book and went on TV and then got exposed. Then Omarosa with all of her lies. Now this book coming out, all the talking points is simply being echoed by now whoever wrote this anonymous op-ed, you know. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to say, well, look at all this. How could all these people who's saying the same thing be wrong? Well, my question is, how can all the media who says the same talking points as you turn the channel, okay, every one of them say the same thing? My gut tells me that it is a coordinated attack. How could all of the Democrats the other day, when they were asking Judge Kavanaugh some questions, their opening statement, how could they all just somehow mentally just know that they all should start interrupting before the person who was leading the discussion, before he even finished his opening statement? How did they all just know that? Could it be that they all coordinated it? Could it be they all wanted to be on the same accord? And I got a gut feeling that that is the same thing, with the same recycled talking points, books that come out saying the same old stuff. You know, you don't even have to buy these books. All you got to do is listen to MSNBC or CNN. They'll tell you everything that's going to be in the book. So I don't even know why you're wasting your money, because they're recycling talking points. That's all they're doing. But what kills me is this person is saying that the White House is in chaos and Trump. We're protecting, we're protecting American citizens from Trump. That's what it is. So basically, you're going to undermine my vote, everybody else's vote, and think that you're doing us a favor by spying on the president, making his job harder, and also further continuing this narrative that he's unhinged, the White House is in chaos. If you're really looking out for us, you would try to stabilize our society from just imploding, fighting against each other, all of this chaos. And you're saying in this op-ed that a lot of good things are being done, but it's not because of him. It's because of us. Okay, let's just say that it's the truth. All right, well, my point is continue doing good things and stop adding to the problem, not the solution. If that is the case, then why don't you just shut your big yap and continue helping implement things that are benefiting America? So what you were saying in this op-ed had nothing to do with the benefits of how we are being affected as American citizens. We're doing great. So I don't know what you're talking about. All of the things in the op-ed is talking about Donald Trump is sporadic, he's crazy, he's unhinged, he's spontaneous, he does stuff. We basically got to chain him up in the basement every night, and put a mask on him like Silence of the Lambs. Hello, Clarice. Has the lamb stopped crying? Fly, 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 fly away. Come closer, closer, white dog of privilege. Closer. Yeah, that's what they're saying. They're basically saying we're the ones that's protecting you all from Trump. If it wasn't from us, good stuff wouldn't be happening in the White House right now. Well, if that's the case, shut your big yap and continue doing good stuff. However, we know that's not the case. We know that you put that op-ed out so that people can walk around who aren't smart enough to see the coordinated attack. They're going to walk around saying, I knew it. Instead of focusing on all of the good things that are happening in the White House, they're going to focus on these personal attacks on the president's personality, his character, all of that stuff that has nothing to do with all of the benefits that he's bringing to America and his policies. And therefore, thus distracting them from real substance and having them focus on stuff that doesn't matter and is not going to impact their life, okay? Yeah, and see, that's the type of stuff that the left does. That's the type of stuff that the media does. This corruption and deep state and effort, coordinated effort, is so deep that normal people walking around, they can't even fathom how maybe, just maybe, somebody in the White House could be a traitor or a plant, or just maybe nobody in the White House wrote it, and somebody else just say, what would be great to coordinate with the book that's about to come out? Somebody write an op-ed, put it out in the New York Times under anonymous, because they're not going to tell who the person is, and then have everything that they write in the op-ed line up with this book that's coming out, because people are already saying that the book is fake and some of that stuff didn't happen. So we need to support these claims in this book. So let's have somebody else do it. But I'm go one up on them, okay? They say that it's chaotic in the White House. So let's just look at what chaos looks like. Well, first of all, chaos does not look like nominating 2 Supreme Court justices to the Supreme Court. It doesn't look like that. I don't know. See, I'm looking at real substance. I'm looking at outcome. I'm not looking at Donald Trump says mean things and he's sporadic and he jokes around and he plays too much and he says things and he drinks pop. He drinks a lot of pop. Yep. And then he ate so many scoops of ice cream and he talks to people where it hurts their feelings. That's not stuff that matters to me. or the American public. You know, those two Supreme Court justices, that matters. You know what else matters? That the stock market is at an all-time high. See, that doesn't look like chaos to me. It doesn't look like chaos when consumer confidence is at an all-time high. Is that chaotic? I don't know. Sammy, come here, tell me. Is it chaotic that the stock market is at all-time high? Does that represent chaos to you? Yeah, that's like saying, you know what? Procter & Gamble is ran by a bunch of imbeciles, even though their stock is high and they're making money and it's profitable and all their employees are having a great time working there. But nonetheless, the people at the top, they're imbeciles. It's chaotic in there. It's unhinged. Yeah, this is a constitutional crisis. Yeah, that doesn't look like chaos to me. It doesn't look like chaos to me when you have created over 1 million jobs since you got into office. It doesn't look like chaos to me when mortgage applications are at an all-time high. It doesn't look like chaos to me when unemployment is at a 16-year low. People who didn't graduate from high school, their employment is at a low. People who only have a high school diploma, their employment, it is at all-time low. Black people's unemployment, all-time low. Hispanics, all-time low. Women, 25-year all-time low. Yeah, that doesn't look like chaos to me. It doesn't look like chaos to me when you're promoting buying and hiring American. Unless you don't want to see Americans profit. You don't want to see us support America. Maybe you don't believe in America first. Maybe whoever's in there got another agenda. Perhaps. I'm just saying. You know, because all of the stuff that I'm talking about are real points that benefit Americans, and it don't look like chaos to me. If that's what chaos looks like, then give me chaos. Hear me? It doesn't look like chaos to me when you look at ISIS, who is now on the run, and they're swooping down. Oh, it's going to take so many years to defeat ISIS. You know what doesn't look like chaos to me is when over 800 regulations have been cut. Got to jump through tapes, barrels, run an obstacle course just to open a business and operate it so that the people making those rules can stay in business, keep the job, and line their pockets. That doesn't look like chaos to me. You know what else doesn't look like chaos to me? It doesn't look like chaos to me when you look at the fact that, you know, you got executive orders being passed all the time, and also the executive order just passed for religious freedom. Now that doesn't look like chaos to me. I want to be able to go in church and pray to whomever I want to pray to. I want to be able to believe what I want to believe. I just want to believe. I don't want nobody coming in saying, you know what? You Christians out there who doesn't believe in what we like to believe in, you know what you are? You're radicals, man. You're dogmatic. You know what you are? You're oppressors. It's white Anglo-Saxon religion, Christianity, that has made this world the oppressive world that it is. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I don't want people coming in to the church, whether you're a Christian or not. You don't want people coming into the church saying, hey, we're going to force beliefs on y'all, and y'all going to have to accommodate us, and y'all don't have no protection against this. You know what doesn't look like chaos to me? A president that supports freedom of speech. That doesn't look like chaos to me. That looks like supporting the Constitution. Okay, because Kev want to be able to get on video like this and blast y'all. I don't want nobody saying, you know, you can't say that against us because it hurts our feelings and it's messing up our agenda. That doesn't look like chaos to me. It doesn't look like chaos to me when food stamps, people on food stamps is at an all-time low within the last 7 years. All of these things do not look like chaos to me. So my opinion and thought and suggestion to the person that's quote unquote in the White House going, all right, I'm about to mail this out tomorrow under anonymous. First things first, man up or woman up, come out and say who you are. I mean, you know, my thing is you want to be able to face your accusers. See, if you really got guts, you'll come out and say, yeah, I said it. I believe this and I'll support my claims. But when you hide under anonymous, then we have to question whether you're a real person or not. You know, so that's the first thing. Secondly, if you are in the White House and you hate it that much, quit. Leave. It's kind of like all these people running around America. This country sucks, but I'm going to stay. Yeah. I'm so oppressed. I make millions of dollars here as a football player, but you know what? I'm oppressed. Yeah. All the people, women, walking around with the vaginas on their head talking about, we're here marching for women's rights, and we're going to say whatever, and we're going to do whatever, but nobody's coming in, cutting off your head, stoning you, telling you to shut up. Nobody's saying, you're a woman, you can't, your opinion doesn't matter. Nobody's saying, you know what, what are you doing behind that wheel? Get from behind that wheel. Nobody's saying, what do you mean you're going to work? You know where your job is? It's in the kitchen. Matter of fact, get those shoes off and get a baby in that belly, because I want you barefoot and pregnant. Nobody's saying that, but yet it's so oppressive, but everybody's sticking around. See, nobody's jumping ship, except for, I think, Madonna, and who cares about that? They can have her, all right? Nobody's doing that. So if the person in the White House who did this or said this or, sent it to the New York Times don't like it, bounce. And then finally, if you're in the White House and you claim that you're there to protect America from Donald Trump and all his sporadic behavior, then why don't you just shut your big yap and do it? Yeah, if you're in there, if this was a real person who did this, why would you write and put it in the New York Times so you can now shine a spotlight on everybody that's working there and have people snooping around trying to find out who this quote-unquote resistance is? Could it be perhaps that you're not a real person? Could it be perhaps that somebody else kind of coordinated this to create this narrative, this ongoing narrative that the White House is in chaos? It's crazy. But I just went ahead and listed how chaotic it is. Yeah, look at that, man. That's crazy how something so chaotic can produce such great results. Use logic, people. Just like buying extreme tees. That's a logical purchase. Extreme tees are quite extremely comfortable on your body. Check it out. The links are in the bottom. Anyway, I just wanted to give out a shout out to Extreme Tees. Also, find me on Facebook, find me on Twitter, find me on, you know what? I actually opened up an Instagram. I'm getting used to all this stuff, y'all. I mean, I'm having a hard time making the adjustment to the 21st century technology. My Twitter, I don't interact enough. I don't even know. Sometimes I'll be like, who's following me? Yeah, I feel like my dad sometimes. I'm going to learn the Twitter at some point, and I'm going to learn that internet. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, but I'm getting better. So find me on all of these things under Kevin's Corner. If you want to support Kevin and Kevin's Corner, there's also links in the bottom. You can support Kevin's Corner that way, and check me out on Wednesday nights at 7:30. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share this video. Make sure you hit notification, because you never know with YouTube. I got to disguise my titles and everything so that hopefully they won't demonetize me, take me down. I don't even know if I got strikes against me. I don't know. I just get people, writing them, man, I don't even get the notification. So hit the notification button, and we'll see you next time in Kevin's Corner. Now I'm going to go ahead and continue enjoying all of this chaos that's benefiting my life. God bless you.